Is your skin really a problem, or is it sending messages from within the body? Today, let's discuss this. Namaskar, I am Dr. Manaan Gandhi, and today we are going to discuss a topic that is very dear to a lot of my patients, and that is skin. In Ayurveda, skin diseases are under this vast umbrella called Kushta. And within Kushta, there are two kind of classifications. There are Mahakushta and Kshudra Kushta. These kind of diseases are essentially diseases of Pitta, Rakta, etc. Which means that your blood gets toxic due to one of the doshas, whether it is Pitta or Kapha or Vata, and then this starts showing up on the skin. The skin essentially is the biggest organ of the human body, and if there is anything wrong in the human body, you are going to see this on the skin. Which is why a lot of times skin care that is very superficial in Ayurveda, we do not believe in such things. We believe in getting your overall health at best as possible so that the glow that you're looking for, the skin texture you're looking for, should come from within, should come naturally.
Why skin diseases occurs?
So most skin issues that we found in the clinic happen due to something we call as Viruddha Ahar. Viruddha Ahar is incompatible food. Foods that even though individually are great and healthy, but when mixed together start causing problems. The most commonly found Viruddha Ahar that I am seeing today is mixing milk and fruits, especially sour foods. So you could have people who are mixing like strawberry with milk, or having garam pani, nimbu honey, and then suddenly having milk over it. Or people are using tomato ketchup or tomato and something and then having milk on top of this. This is a problem. If you are having a fruit for 2 hours, you are not supposed to touch milk, and vice versa. Another thing that people are doing is they're mixing jaggery in milk, or they're having jaggery within 2 hours of milk, which is again a problem. And the third is they're using fish with milk, or again having them within 2 hours. So ensure that you're not doing any of these Viruddha Ahars or incompatible food.
Why do skin issues recurring despite treatment?
Skin issues keep recurring despite of treatments is because the treatments are only superficial. You are just treating the manifestation on the skin. You're not treating the cause of why the manifestation is there in the first place. So for example, let's say you have dark black patches coming onto your skin. You could lighten them up using some cosmetic treatment. But why are those patches coming up in the body? No one's treating it, which is why recurrence is extremely high in skin problems.
Is there connection between liver and skin diseases?
Liver health and skin is extremely connected because, as I said, liver causes the creation of blood through the red bone marrow. So the minute the liver gets affected, the product, which is blood, is also going to get affected, and blood has a direct connection with the skin. The blood is the connective tissue that's giving the skin all of its nutrition and all of its toxins if it has a lot of toxins. So getting the liver corrected is extremely important when it comes to skin care.
Could skin diseases occur because of bad lifestyle?
So the things that affect the liver will eventually affect the skin. So things that are either sour, spicy, fermented, very heaty, or staying up late at night. All of these things affect the liver, they affect the blood, and eventually they show up on the skin as problems. Also remember, skin problems are always slow to get treated because blood itself, the red blood cells, last for 120 days, which is 4 months. So if I get the liver corrected today, and if the good blood is now being manufactured from today, it will take 4 months for it to completely remove the bad blood and replace it, after which you will see a difference on the skin. So skin always takes a longer time to heal.
Are there any home remedies for skin care?
So in terms of home remedies, there are 2 kinds of home remedies. There is obviously the external application that is going to give you some sort of a relief, and then there is the internal cleansing that is going to give you the cure. So in terms of external, you can apply things like red sandalwood. This is extremely useful. You can also use things like turmeric, neem, aloe vera, specific oils like karanj tel, neem tel for different purposes. When it comes to the internal treatment, then things that are bitter, so we call it as tiktaras, is extremely useful for skin problems because it reduces the pitta and it reduces the doshas in the blood. Another thing that you can do is you can start using a lot of kadwa ghee in your diet. So things like panchatikta grit can be used as home remedies and can even be used in diet. So instead of normal ghee, you can start using it. Obviously it's going to be a little bitter, you may not like it, but it's going to show very, very good results. Blood purification medicines, obviously like haldi, neem, all of these when consumed internally will also help you with skin problems.
How does Ayurveda treat skin diseases in advanced stage?
So if the problem is really severe, so then you have herbs like sariva or manjishtha, mulethi, neem. So all of these things, they really purify the blood. But panchakarma comes in really handy when the disease becomes really bad. So things like rakta mokshan, which is bloodletting, now that could be done using a leech therapy if the problem is localized, or a venesection, which is essentially just remove blood how you would donate blood, about 150 to 200 ml. Either donate it to someone or just throw it away. That could also come into handy. If the problem is more generalistic and we feel the liver is more responsible than the blood for the skin issue, then you could do things like virechan. Virechan is a purgatory, which is a loose motion causing panchakarma that completely cleans the liver of these kind of problems and solves the issue permanently.
What are the methods to remove blood?
So we can remove the blood using leeches. So leeches have this property of sucking blood, and then when you make the leech vomit, you will actually see black color blood. The really toxic part of blood is the only blood that the leech sucks. It's so beautiful in nature that the leech sucks only the toxicity in the blood and does not touch the good part of the blood. So which is why leech therapy is very useful, but it's only useful for like a local area. If you have a problem in the skin that's in the entire body, you can't put leeches everywhere in the body. So if you have a whole system-wide problem, then you should just remove blood using venesection. Skin is the biggest organ of the body. Skin diseases in itself is a very vast subject. To identify which kind of a skin disease that you have, and not merely that allopathic diagnosis, the Ayurvedic one, because your psoriasis can be different from another person's psoriasis. To identify that, to treat it in the most correct, shortest and most efficient way is always going to lead to better results, lasting results, and you can solve this irritating skin disease. Although skin diseases take a little longer to solve than an average disease, it can be done, it is being done. If you like such kind of videos or if you like such kind of content, I would urge you to please either like, subscribe and just share this with people you feel might need it. It will take a couple of minutes of their lives, but it might change their life forever. This is Dr. Manaan Gandhi. We're trying to help. Namaste.